I need to do that. Hello and welcome to the Craig and Tizz show. Almost amazingly professionally here. And I did remember, Craig. I noticed you may have not heard the jingle, but the jingle cuts an annoying point, which is aggravating. Craig, have you given me the new one yet?
I was supposed to fix that, wasn't I? That was part of my homework from last week.
It was one of the things that you were meant to do more than other things.
I took a left turn. I started writing a whole brand new song yesterday, so I kind of took everything over to, sorry. I'll get it fixed for next week.
It happens.
Yeah,
on the plus side, it's finally happened. Craig and Tizz show is doing its first interview, which makes sense that there's another strange face that we haven't introduced you all to yet. But this, my friends, is Alan Kelly, the voice, the dulcet, lovely tones behind REKKR's lead vocals. What? I don't know why you guys are laughing. I'm being quite sincere here. God damn it!
Right on, dulcet and lovely,
lovely tones of REKKR. And we've got quite an exciting show planned. One, we're going to play the latest, and this will be the first time on this new platform that we've played a live video from a band first. Hey, woo. We're not only doing that. This is a lot of pressure on you, actually, Alan. I've realized for the first time, you're the first interview. You're the first video that we're going to play live. And you've also bought a track that hasn't been released yet that you're hoping everyone likes. This is a whole lot of pressure. Are you feeling comfortable?
Absolutely. No problem at all.
That's what we like to hear.
There you go.
So we've kind of we've actually planned a structure and everything for this show. Me and Craig could be considered on form. He's wrote some questions. I've got the tracks ready-ish, and I need to press a few more buttons. And Alan is actually visible, and we can hear him. So I think we're pretty much good to go. I think I'll do a couple of the overly obvious questions to start off with to make everyone comfortable, get the lay of the land down. And I'll do it in a typically XRP manner. Starting off with who are REKKR? Alan, who are REKKR? Who are the other REKKRs? Because you are one, obviously, and you shout down a microphone pretty damn well. Tell me about the rest of them.
So the rest of the guys obviously got me singing. We've got Steve Lang, who is our guitarist and main songwriter. Steve's the man that comes up with all the tunes and whatnot. I actually know Steve from way back when I was a teenager. Hadn't seen him for years.
Only a couple of years ago, then.
More than one or two, yeah. And then we've got Gear on drums. We've got Gear on bass. Gear is a guy, I just met him a few years ago. He came along to learn to ride a motorbike. And it turned out that his friend at the time is living next door to me, and just kind of be chatting with him, and he came up and told me they were looking for a singer because their singer was unwell and not able to carry on. And I just happened to say, well, sang in a band before.
By the way.
And at that point, I didn't know that Steve's in the band. This was just total coincidence. Like, I was just like, yeah, I'll come along and see how it goes. And I did. And at that point, it was Gear's brother, Cami, who was drumming. So there was the two brothers, Steve. And I went up, obviously. I noticed Steve, got chatting with him, and we got on quite well. Unfortunately, there was slight differences with Amy, so he left. And then we brought in Ryan, who Steve used to work with before. They used to have a studio together, I think, for a while. And again, turns out that Ryan at one point had taught him to ride a bike as well. And Steve, actually. So all three of them are trained to get through their bike tests, actually. But yeah, so that's kind of how it came about. And that started, end of 23. I kind of got together with the guys. And Ryan came, around about March last year, Ryan came in. So yeah,
And you're doing well so far, I would say. Second question before I hand over to Craig, who's going to give you an absolute grilling, is
yeah, right. I am,
because I get all the easy ones to start with. Why the fuck are you called REKKR?
So, well, the band was called Vault before I joined them, but they decided to Vault as
like
in
the electric,
as in a bank vault.
Current. Oh,
bank
Vault.
Bank Vault.
Right.
Yeah. So that was their name, but they decided, because they had a different singer and us, try and go in a slightly different direction. And obviously at that point they were mainly just doing covers. So when I came on, they wanted to make more of an effort to do original stuff. So thought change the name, and we were thinking about different names and just throwing shit about. And Gear's got quite a lot of tattoos, and he's got this massive sleeve of tattoos, and it's all Norse gods and Thor and all that kind of lightning and that. So that was kind of how, and then somebody came up with REKKR, because it's a warrior, a Norse warrior. So we went, yeah. Turns out there's a game REKKR as well, but obviously we're not clashing with that because it's a game, platform game type thing. There was apparently a band in America about 15, 16 years ago.
They're fine. Did they do anything good?
They were a bit that sort of. They were a growly, thrashy kind of metal type stuff, and I don't think they really did much. Yeah.
What a shame.
But they are no more. So
okay. Well, I think for those that are listening that have never ever heard REKKR before,
people that have never heard us? What?
I know. It's a shock.
XRP listeners that have never heard that.
So I thought trying to stay away from the sneaky preview brand new one that we've played before, that we haven't played before. What? Oh, good start. That we haven't played before, and the video, obviously, which we're going to play shortly. What is your favorite REKKR track that you've released already so far?
I mean, I would say my favorite has got to be Once and Twice Shy. Because basically, that was the first song that I wrote to. First ever time writing a song. And at the time I was going through a lot. My dad had died, and I was dealing with a lot of the shit that went with that. And that was what came. That was me writing down that, and I got to put it to a song. I mean, I think a lot of people, it's good to be able to talk when you have stuff like that. And I never really, I'm one of these guys that kind of bottle things up, big match man, I'll bottle it up, I'll keep it inside, and I'll not bother anybody else. But it gave me a release, and it's quite funny because people that know me, as soon as they hear the song, they go, I know who that's about. So yeah, that's favorite song just purely for that reason. Like it's just like it was very cool, and it gave me a release at a time I needed it. Yeah,
excellent. Cool. Nice. Thanks for sharing the story, man. Man. I think it's important for especially musicians to be open about this kind of stuff as well, because I think sometimes when you like you said, but bottling it up, but then releasing it only as a song, and then if that goes unnoticed, I think that can be sometimes even worse. I think it's good to show that many people are in the same kind of situation and do the same kind of stuff. Songs are an emotional tool, man. Right. Once Bitten, Twice Shy from REKKR coming up now. Craig's going to grill Alan right after this. Are you ready, Craig?
Sure.
Are you prepared?
No.
Craig's first interview. I'm excited.
That's one of us.
I get to sit back and take a little rest. It's brilliant. No, I'm joking. Here we go. Well, Once Bitten, Twice. Good start. Once Bitten, Twice Shy. REKKR. Enjoy. Excellent. Right, bear with me for 1 second.
Yep. I'm telling you, man, Steve is like one of my guitar heroes right now.
Yeah. He was very inspired by like Eddie Van Halen and John Sykes, two of his heroes.
Yeah, you can hear it. Yeah.
I mean, he's done a lot of stuff. He's done a lot of stuff. He's been in a lot of bands. He actually played with there's a Def Leppard tribute band in the UK, and he's played with them.
Wow.
So went around and they were actually trying to get him back. They'd been trying to get him back, saying, "Oh, could you come in?" And he's like, "No," because obviously he's got his job, and they're going and play Germany and France and that, and he's like, "I can't just drop work and go to that,"
Yeah, right. Yeah, you're gonna make a lot of money.
Yeah.
Yup.
But he's definitely. I would say he's the main influence in the band. Like he is very much. Well, you can tell it's got that guitar-driven sound, isn't it?
Right. Yeah, for sure. So you guys are actually relatively new, then, aren't you?
Yeah, I mean that was. It was October was our album release. We released the single the day before because we'd never really planned it that well. just no kid. Yeah, just put everything on. And obviously, we just realised that rather than releasing an album, probably releasing a single every few months would have been a better idea. But
yeah, I get that. Yup.
Yeah.
I know I've got this thing going now. Tizz has kind of advised me to release like a song a month because this is all I do. I'm retired, right? I write songs, I write music. That's all I do now. So I used to put out like a song like every 3 weeks, and it was too much shit at the same time. People couldn't listen to it all because it was too much coming all the time.
Yeah.
So now I'm trying to do like one song a month. So I've already got one set to go for April. I got one set to go for May. And I started writing the one for June last night. It's more kind of like a Tolkien Lord of the Rings kind of thing, kind of like a Led Zeppelin 4.
All right, okay.
Acoustic, yeah, kind of like a real, like the woods and the marshes and the dragons and that kind of shit. I'm doing something like that now.
You know what you need to realize about this, though, Craig? What you can do here, right, is you don't have to release them in that order. So take a look at the season, see what might fit where best. Don't just if you're gonna have a stock of tunes, may as well enjoy being able to release them. The last one that you're talking about, which is kind of Halloween period. If you not saying that you're gonna have to pull it off till then, but if you do have enough songs to last till then. Halloween kind of thing.
Well, that new one's going to take a while because it's got a few riffs right now. I have no lyrics at all yet or anything, so that's going to. It might be another epic. It could be another 14-minute track. We'll see. Because I got a lot to say about this thing.
So, whilst I'm looking at the time, so after this, we'll play the video. When the video goes on, I need you two guys to mute your microphones till it's finished, and we're just going to have to sit here in silence while it's on. Because I've got to get the audio from the video into the main radio too. So, yeah.
So when do you want it muted?
As soon as the video goes up on the screen, if you guys can
mute out. All right.
That'll be wicked. Craig?
Gotcha. Yep.
Short answer questions in 3, 2, 1.
All right. And we are back with Alan from REKKR. And I made a list of questions. And I did cheat. I sent them to Alan. I probably shouldn't have done that. I should have surprised him and said, well, here it is. Like what kind of laundry detergent do you use? But that's later on down the list. I'm still kind of in the serious question thing. Alan, who are your favorite and most influential singers? Who really turns your crank when it comes to music? Singer-wise, who's like your favorite lead singers? Who inspires what you do?
It's hard to say. I mean, you know the Edenbank and the girl Ashley. Yep. So her dad, Dave, used to work in the factory, and if he was still here, he would tell you that you would just hear me sing along the radio. Didn't matter what was on. It could be Whitney Houston, it could be the Beastie Boys. I'd be belting it. I just always liked singing. obviously, as far as sort of rock goes, I mean, you can't help but be impressed with guys like Dave Coverdale, Ian Gillan, you know, big voices, you know, guys that are sort of like, you know, Ian Gillan. I'm thinking, you know, you listen to some of that stuff, you think, I'll never be able to sing that in my life, you know. But you know, I have found that. I mean, we do obviously some cover stuff as well, because obviously at the moment not being big and being able to do just our own. Obviously, we do some covers, throw our own stuff and try and get heard. And
right,
we do a Whitesnake cover, you know. So I can manage some of these songs that I never thought I would, you know. And I suppose it just comes with this, and just giving it a go. But also the other advantage of course that Steve's pretty good changing keys. Right, Alan, how do we try that an E? Because you ain't managing that, you know. So yeah, I mean, there are obviously singers, as I say, that I would aspire to be able to sing like, but realistically, no, I never will. But yeah, just like I say, just Gillan, probably one of them that just sort of sticks in Eddie and Gillan, you know, because he's just a phenomenal voice. But yeah, there's a lot of them out there, you know. But as I say, I was also when I was young, my dad used to be into the Who, so I loved listening to Roger Daltrey.
Oh,
you know?
Daltrey,
Again, probably a very underrated vocalist. He's some range, you know, but people didn't really think that much of it. But if you actually listen to the back catalogue of the Who, you know, he's got some range, you know.
He does.
Another amazing singer,
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I'm an old Deep Purple kid too, because when I was a kid, like Fireball was like one of my favorite albums of all time, man. You know, Ian Gillan was amazing on there, you know. The old Deep Purple in rock, Machine Head, all that stuff.
Yeah.
That was great. I'm also a really big Ronnie James Dio guy. Love Dio.
Well, again, I mean, another one that, would I love to be able to sound like him? Yes, obviously. Is it ever going to happen? Probably not.
I know. None of us. He was one of a kind, you know?
Yeah, again, just the way you could just sort of hit those notes. Like, I'll sing along with something and think, I've got this, and then you get to it, you think, nope, I ain't got it. I'm not going there.
No, I hear that. You know, because you were talking about, you know, Steve changing keys and stuff, and I get that because, you know, I'm an older guy now, right? And I don't have the range I used to. So, like, when I write music, I try to write my music in a lot lower key now. You know, when I was younger in my 20s, I'd go on stage and belt out all those high notes and stuff. I had a real good falsetto and everything.
Right.
But now that I'm in my late 60s, it's harder, man, you know. But I mean, your voice is a muscle. You know, it wears out after a while. You know, I mean, you're still young. You're still a young man. You got all kinds of time. You know.
Sure. But the thing is, as you say, it is a muscle, you know, and that's it. And it's, you know, you've got to keep exercising it, you know. And I'll see that if we skip doing this and all that for a week or something, you know, I'll go back and, you know, I know that I need to warm up a bit, you know. Or if I'm going and recording something, I'll have to go up and sort of warm up, you know. And that was something I never did a lot when I was younger, when, you know, the cover bands, you know, just get in there, get it done.
Start screaming.
You start to realize now that no, you need to warm that voice up. You know? Yeah.
You know, you're a lot better than me, man. I never warm up, and I never warm up at all. You know, I just stand in front of the mic, I hit the record button, and whatever comes out, you know. And then I can't talk for the rest of the night.
That's it. You just strain things, you know.
I know. You know. Well, I don't scream that much. You're not a big screamer, though. I don't think you have like good mid-range power in your.
I mean, you hear a couple of bits where in the background that I'm throwing something in the background to that, you know. But I'm no a sort of screamy singer. No. We got our album reviewed a few weeks ago. The guy said,
I was going to say you do belt it out of it though. I mean, I'm looking at your. I had a quick few watches of your video that we're about to play, and you give it some welly still.
I do. Yeah. I mean, I go for it. I'm not really hitting massive high notes. I mean, I belt it out, you know, it's got to be done. But yeah, a guy that reviewed our album said, he compared me to Elvis. Which I suppose I should take as a compliment, but he was like, he goes, oh yeah, he goes, the music kicked in, it was real 80s rock. He goes, and then this voice, he goes, I don't know how to describe it. He goes, it was a bit like Elvis. They're like, what?
Right. Okay.
Kind of a rockabilly kind of sound. I'm like, okay, fair enough. You know.
Yep.
I don't know.
That's exactly what.
Well, good.
Did
So
he have headphones in or something?
Your next album's gonna have like Jailhouse Rock on it, and Don't Be Cruel. Yeah, okay. Great.
I was going to say, so do you talking about all this vocal warming up stuff? Do you have a ridiculous vocal warm up that you do like before you go to record or before you go and perform on stage? Do you have any silly, crazy thing that you get into, or
no, really,
a bottle of whiskey?
No, I don't drink. I'm bad enough for without drinking. So I like to stay sober so I can remember where I am. But no, I'll just do a wee bit of sort of run up and down to some scales and that. Or one of the ones I do like, I know my voice is there when I can do share the Four Seasons, Frankie Valley.
Yeah, yep.
If I can do that, I know I'm there. If I can do that with volume, I know my voice is warmed up.
Okay.
So if you could do anything by the Bee Gees, you're in good shape.
Yeah.
Not a problem.
I think if anyone can comfortably sing anything by the Bee Gees, their voice is in pretty good shape.
Yep. I would say.
Oh dear. Is the now this is an important thing. As a motorcycle trainer or a motorcyclist, most importantly, are you singing whilst you're riding around?
I'm pretty much always something going on. I mean, if it's not coming out vocally, it's in my head. There's always stuff going on, you know. So yeah, I'm probably singing.
I just wondered if you ever kind of lost where you were one time, and like one of your trainees has got it in the ears.
Well, I tend to remember I've got the radios on training, yeah.
Oh, excellent. So we should probably move in towards this this new track of yours, not the newest, not even released track, but this wonderful video, because I'm a little bit excited to play this, not just from the point of cool, we've got a new track from REKKR here, but the fact that this is the first time in an amount of years that we've actually broadcast a live music video, which is a big thing. It's a big thing. I would have promoted it a lot more if I was more confident in the technology that I'm using currently.
Yeah, well,
thought it was going to work. I would have pushed it more.
Fingers crossed.
You are a benchmark, Alan. To be honest, you are testing all of these ideas and things out for us. I don't know how much you realized this before you came on today, but this is where we are now. Okay, right then. Okay, so we've lost. We lost your audio for a second there.
I think he's there.
Okay,
I'm still here, I think.
Oh, there he is. Sweet. We're fine. So too late. Firstly, I hate to be so obvious, but people enjoy this information. What were you too late for? I guess is the question.
Okay, so this song actually started off with completely different lyrics, right? This was a song I wrote the lyrics and put music to it, and then decided that the lyrics didn't fit the music, which he put to the lyrics, but he decided it didn't sit as well as he wanted it to. But the trouble was, we were trying to evolve it, but I'd got these lyrics and this tune stuck in my head, and I just couldn't get away from it. No matter what we tried to do to change it, I just couldn't get the tune in my head. And Steve goes, right, I'm going to go away. I'm going to write new lyrics. We'll come back, same tune, and get it done. And it was just about the time that John Sykes died. Whitesnake guitarist, yeah.
Yeah.
He passed away from cancer. And also the guy that used to be the singer with the band, another guy called Steve, he passed away just a couple of weeks before from cancer as well.
Okay.
So that's the cheery subject of the song. It's about cancer basically, and how basically living with it, being sort of diagnosed with a terminal illness, and it's too late to do anything. That's what it's about.
Okay.
On that cheery note,
heavy stuff. But again, I mean, going back to what we said earlier, dealing with things that are happening to people and sharing them. Good things, man. Good things. And I appreciate it when it's sometimes it's a lot to share something that's of that emotion. You don't want to let it out. So thank you for sharing it with us.
Yep.
Hopefully this will all go to plan. Fingers crossed. For the first time in many years, a music video played live on XRP radio. Hopefully everyone on the radio will hear this as well. Unfortunately, we are not the BBC, so we don't have a massive production team to check that we're doing everything correctly. There is just me. And, well, we'll see if I got it right this time. Fingers crossed, everybody. This should be not too late. It is too late. It's too late. The track is called Too Late by REKKR. The music video. I need to. Oh, okay. We're getting there. Give me 1 second. I didn't know I had to do this. I need to do this now. And then I go. Luke. Okay. Hi, everybody. Hopefully, I almost got it perfect. Almost.
Yeah, that's good.
Almost. Well, we got the start right anyway.
We did.
Right. That was too late for the first visual music video play on XRP Radio. I'm proud of everything but the finish of that. I didn't know what buttons to press to stop it from happening.
Just pull cords out.
It was about to get to that, yeah. I was about to just
like, damn it.
So some good comments in the chat box. Reminds James Doyle of a lot of bands he listened to a few years ago, but your vocal is very old school, like Lynyrd Skynyrd. That's a compliment.
You know, that's actually kind of cool.
I'll take that.
I never thought about Lynyrd Skynyrd before, but yeah, he is pretty right on, really.
Yep. So, yeah, the production on the vocal is very grungy, which I agree. I like it. That's a very 80s solo. I'd said your man's guitar stands the fuck out in both color and sound.
Yep.
That is a bright guitar your man's got there.
Guitar.
That stands out so much. There's two things
I mean,
that really
guitar
in the video, and I hate.
He's got about 2 dozen.
I cannot relate to that at all, sir.
No, I don't know what. I don't know anybody that has far more guitars than sense or. Right. I don't know what you're on about, Craig.
What?
Don't stand up.
Okay, I'm not.
we can see them, Craig. We can see them.
That's just it's a backdrop. That's all it is. It's not real.
So very, very shortly, I'm going to start asking the chat box to give us, start giving us your questions. We want the weird, wonderful, crazy, insane, ridiculous questions that we used to get back when I was doing interviews every week during the Tuesday tag show, which unfortunately had to disappear because Live from the Bog took my slot. Bastards. Anyway, so
he does a good job.
Yeah, we do love him. If you didn't know, if you hadn't clocked it, the Bogman is my dad. He's actually my old dad.
Yeah.
So some people don't realize, and I like it when they do. So there is an important question that has been asked to every single person that has ever been interviewed with me in front of them here on XRP Radio, and it's become weirdly, it has a cult following now. Like, if I don't ask it, I get emails of hatred to my inbox. I think Craig knows what the question is. Do you want to ask the question for your first time ever on XRP Radio?
You know, the funny thing is, for the God's honest truth, you're talking about this. I don't know what question it is. Is that embarrassing?
That is you're going to kick yourself once I say it.
Oh shit. Okay.
So Alan, this is really important. What color socks are you wearing?
I
told you.
Yeah.
You're not wearing socks.
I'm not wearing socks.
Oh, for God.
Oh, that's a curveball. That is an absolute curveball. I was not ready for that.
Maybe he was expecting the question, Tizz.
I know. Well, I don't know where to go from here. Okay, I mean, you must go for a certain type of sock, though, surely.
I mean, I just wear just socks, but I obviously
good man.
Got bigger ones boots for wearing my boots.
No, this is important. This is important. Every sensible person, goes for a black. Oh, you can't even see it. A black sports sock.
No,
that is the correct sock to wear.
Yeah.
Nope, white.
That's the first time I've been able to show people. No, white socks are wrong. White socks are wrong. Right?
Oh shit. Okay, look, we're gonna have a discussion really quick. Okay, my wife Connie. If you wear black socks and shorts, that's bad. It's a fashion faux pas. Don't wear black socks and shorts. She hates that. No. White is good. Black socks, no.
See, I don't understand people that wear white socks because I don't care how clean people's houses or whatever. Even if you're wearing a white sock in your own house and you have a super clean house, by the end of the day, that sock is black on the bottom.
Mine aren't. I got a really clean house.
I bet the bottom of your sock right now the same color as the top of your sock.
Should I take my shoes off right now and look, or what?
Look, we need to do a proper interview here.
Yes, that's true.
So let's have a look. Have we got some questions in here? Right, you guys, you're talking about stuff. You need to give me some good questions in the chat box. I have another go-to question. This one, I can't remember where this came from. It was either Mish or Bill, but it became a staple again in some of our interviews. So this is quite complicated. It's deeper than you imagine this question to be, Alan, honestly. So if you could wear anyone, like you could take someone's skin from them and wear it and be them, and everyone would think that you were them, whose skin would you take? Right, bear in mind, this is the importance, because people go and think too quickly. You've got to bear in mind that you've just took this person's skin off their body. They're dead now. Okay, so remember that bit before you just go in and pick your favorite person.
What?
He didn't say it. He didn't say it was a good question.
I'm so... do you want to know what's weirder? Do you want to know what's weirder for you? Right, I have asked this question to Craig, at least 100 people. Would you say?
Yeah.
You're the only person, Alan, that's had the correct reaction to that question.
Like,
that is
what?
the right reaction. That is the right. Everyone else is like, oh, let me think about this. Who am I going to skin today? You seem to actually be a sensible, level-headed, not insane psychopath. So I think you've answered the question just by that. I mean, do you want to go further? I'll allow you to go further if you want, but if you want that to be your answer, I'm happy for you to stand by that.
To be honest, I don't know where to go with it.
Okay, we have got some we have got some legitimate questions coming in now. This is I'm expecting that you might go for a stable standard, but James Doyle asked, what kind of vocal mic do you prefer?
I have SM58 wireless. That's the one I've used for a year.
The classic.
Yeah. Yeah, it gives me a good. I like it. I've got myself a little vocal box thing that I can play about with in that now, which makes a huge difference. That's fun. But we've never played live yet, so I've no proper chance to do it. I just leave it up in the studio. But yeah, no, the SM58 mic. Yeah.
Okay, great.
It's almost unbreakable. Almost unbreakable. What is your? Well, I mean, you haven't done much, as I know. So this is kind of a hard question to ask, really. What is your single worst gigging experience you've ever had?
Oh, been in bands before, and I think what the worst one was.
That sounds like there was a few really bad ones. Then
there's been a few memorable ones, but maybe not for the right reason. I do remember there was one gig we played, one of the bike clubs, and they were having a gig through, and it was through in Edinburgh. We went through Parsley's dad when we were back. We were Cold Filter at the time. We were Dr. Bob at the time. So yeah, this gig,
Bob.
Dr. Bob. Yeah, that was the name of our band. So that was in.
That's cool.
And it was it was in a and the bar was very long, and we very end set up, and the bar was away down the other end. Everybody's hanging about down at the bar end, and you can see people dancing beside the bar. But there must have been about 50 yards between us and anybody at all. We're just up there playing away, and we're still just having time just playing away. And at the end of the night, everybody come up, "Oh, that was brilliant." You're like, "Well, a wee round of applause or so dancing close to us." It was like we were just a band. It was just very. Everybody enjoyed it, but like nobody clapped, nobody at the end. It was just a very strange gig. I think actually was through at that one actually at the time.
I remember a few kind of uncomfortable gigs like that. The few of them where there was literally right at the start, there's only one person that's turned up. You've got the first set, and you've got that uncomfortable moment where your whole band is playing for one person, and you can see their eyes. Everyone is looking into that one person's eyes, and they're looking back. This is awkward. And then you get just that clap. That's all it is. And the worst thing is, you're sitting there, you see them get to the bottom of their pint, and they feel like they can't get up and go and get another one because they're your audience.
Yeah, they're committed.
Can't leave, and the only one.
Yeah.
Oh, good times. For the obvious stuff, what's the next step for REKKR, as it were? What do you want to start doing first? Is it more albums, more singles, more recordings, or is it get on the stage as quick as possible, or is it dress up in a ballerina's outfit?
Well, if you have personal socials, you'll no ballerinas outfits, no. But he goes away and searches for me on social. But no,
Really?
obviously we've still got there's a lot of half-done tracks and music that needs lyrics and lyrics that needs music and that. And I think we're all just making music, but we do play, obviously. I'm a front for a reason because I'm a bit of a bam. The centre of it. You can't do that. So I do like to show off a little bit. So we do want to get on stage. We do want to play me, but obviously Steve likes. You can tell by his guitar playing. He play about off a little bit when he's doing. So yeah. I mean, we want to play. We've got the Battle of the Bands thing coming up in May through in Edinburgh. Which, if you win that, you go to the final. If you win the final, you get to play at Wildfire Festival, which maybe is a bit closer than it is to me. It is actually. It's down wide.
Yeah, it's one of those places. It's the good old Scottish travel system where it can be right next to you, but you've got to still go into Glasgow and out to get there. But yeah, I think it's moderately close. Yeah, I need to. I definitely want to try and catch your Battle of the Bands. To be fair, I'm going to try and attempt to get that way if I can. And so any couches over that way, more than welcome to have my head on them if you fancy it. Treat me like royalty, everybody. But yeah, so I guess that. Do you think? Are you kind of preparing stuff in hope you're winning that Battle of the Bands? Because I mean, if you play that festival, you're gonna have a full set ready, ain't you?
I mean, we're album tracks, new ones. So there's 9 tracks, which I think we're 40-45 minutes with that. And if you're playing as a support act at a festival, you're lucky if you get 45 minutes. So I think we would have enough to do a set. To be honest, we've looked at the bands we're up against, and all the bands are established, but they've been around. They've been playing together longer. It's just, I mean, Scotland Rock 9 bands, and we were one of them. That was good for a start,
I'm good start.
When we go through to play at the Banshee Labyrinth, they live sessions, so you get the recording from that as well. There's some to play a live track
nice.
or something as well. I mean, even that on its own, you know, it's great. You know, if it managed to go on towards the final, or God forbid, actually win, then that'd be fine. You know, but you know, a lot of good bands are up against. You know, so it's the taking part that counts. And showing off.
Oh, yeah, that's very diplomatic of you, sir. Very diplomatic.
Yep.
Let me just have a quick look in the chat box, see if we've got any more wonderful questions. Worst gigging. Lots of interesting. Lots of people talking about festival. Oh, Edenbank. Don't remember if I was, but I do remember a festival thing from Michelin where Dr. Bob played first, and my band at the time were meant to play after you guys, but we couldn't because there had been noise complaints by the residents from when you were on. Why didn't we only just get this story now? That's fantastic.
That was one of our very first gigs, yeah.
You stopped a fellow band going on because you were too fucking loud.
Yeah, basically, yeah. It wasn't the first time we'd been told to turn down, but the first time we'd stopped another band playing. And I do apologise, Ashley, and I do apologise for that. But yeah, I remember playing in a pub in Dundee, and the police were called by a neighbour, and they came in. We just burst into the tuning cars. I don't know if I said cars. The police were not amused.
Well, that's rock and roll.
Awesome. I love it.
Yeah.
Right, I think now it's about time for us to reconvene, get a few questions in. We do have even more REKKR, so I always like to throw the super curveballs whilst playing, whilst interviewing someone, especially if they're on their own, and especially if there's any likelihood of any of their band listening in, or anyone that knows them. And we know someone that knows them is listening in at the moment. Purely because we get to find out the awkward nitpicks of your musical life by simply asking you, and I hope that the whole of your band are listening right now. What is your least favorite track to perform by REKKR?
I think the whole band feels, but one of the tracks on the album, Black Widow, we put it on the album. That was what our thoughts is. It could have done with more. We put it on there, and we all felt that wasn't really finished. It had changed a lot of the original lyrics that I'd came up with. We could have changed about it, but I kind of went, this is not enough for an album. Let's stick a single. Put it on. It'll be fine. So it's a good track. I think it's a bad track, and it's one of a lot of people you speak to say, "Oh, I really like that. One of the better tracks," and you're like, "Ah, okay." But yeah, no, I think that pretty much the whole band were of the opinion that after we released the album, yeah, maybe we should have left on it a bit more, and we might do in the future. We might change it about.
As is always with the independent world, we like to show you warts and all. So I'm going to play Black Widow right now, and we can have our chat box decide whether you should be listening to it or not. See, this isn't your average radio station. This is XRP. Here we go, Black Widow, REKKR. Their worst song in their own opinion. I like it.
Oh, man.
Well, we've got to do things different here, because, like, if we did things like the BBC or everywhere else, it'd be just the same thing, and then we'd fall into the same pit of despair that all the other independent radio stations have done recently.
Well, anyone can be normal. I mean, come on. You know us.
Yeah. I like that idea.
You know, like I always say, normal is a setting on a clothes dryer. That's all normal is.
It is.
You know, I still have my whole list of silly questions.
Yeah, it's silly question time. I was hoping that the chat box was going to be. They've been very interactive, lots of speech, but not enough questions.
Yes, they're talking amongst themselves, which is fine. Well, that's a good one there from James about. Oh, that's a great question from James. If you put a cover in the set that you really wanted to sing, what would that cover be? That's a good question. That's cool. You have to answer that one.
I know my live answer for that.
Good.
Okay.
Good. It's not an Elvis song, is it?
Love me tender.
I knew it. A teddy bear. Yeah, right. Oh, baby, let me be. Yep, that'd be it. I can just hear you guys doing teddy bear. That'd be great. Oh, man. You know, is it safe to say, do you kind of see yourself as an 80s band, more or less, Alan? Like in terms of like your overall sound?
Yeah, I mean, I would say, yeah, because Ryan, our drummer, he's about 10 years younger than us, so he's a little bit more in thrash metal. As you can tell when he plays so much stuff.
You can tell just by his drumsticks. I mean, they're the heaviest drumsticks I think I've ever seen in my life.
Yep. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, he just, he's double kick drum all the time. You're constantly saying, Ryan, just wipe it. It doesn't need that. Right. Sometimes lesser, But obviously, me, Steve, and Gare are all brought up on new album and metal. Right. So yeah, kind of what we like. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Can you ever see yourself just like? I was going to say, do you ever see yourself just branching out into something ridiculous, like Here Comes Records dubstep album?
Dubstep?
I can't go on dubstep. No, I don't know there. But I mean, I've had driving on. He's been on me, and he's saying that he's got some tracks that he could get some vocals. So
you start collabing with DUI, and you're stuck in a. You're going to be making tracks every day for the rest of your life. He's going to send you so much music. He's going to send you so much tune, and then he's going to pretend to be upset when you put lyrics to it. He's going to be like, "Oh, I only meant to send you that to get your thoughts on it, and now you've suddenly wrote lyrics." Oh, terrible! Did the same to Miss Happenings.
Oh, to be honest,
exactly the same to Miss
I've got some. I've definitely got some songs that are much more punk than what we do.
Hold up.
I kind of see us doing that. Yeah.
Let me hold you there. That was Black Widow from REKKR here on XRP Radio. You're listening to the best unsigned independent music on the globe with me and Craig in the Craig and Tizz show. But we've also got Alan, so it's kind of the Craig Tizz and Alan show now. Because we're almost at the point where we start asking REKKR, Alan, what is we always get this weird situation where we used to calling you or typing at you REKKR. That's what we know you as now. And so you are the face of REKKR in my mind because of a chat box. But there are other members of REKKR. We are going to be asking Alan what his favorite tracks have been here on XRP Radio and or why. But now Craig has a list of absolute ridiculousness to ask him. And I'm going to be buttering in between a few of these questions with anything that you guys say from the chat box. So it's almost a bit of a quick fire round with whatever's coming to our minds. Are you ready for this, Alan?
Go for it.
Actually, let me interject here. I do actually have one leftover serious question before I go to the silly questions.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Are you an AC/DC guy? You like them?
I do like AC/DC.
Okay, here's my question, man. Bon Scott or Brian Johnson?
Bon Scott. Don't get me wrong. Brian Johnson's got a great voice. I just think Bon Scott's a better voice, and I find that we do a couple of covers, and I do find that Bon Scott wants better than
Yeah, I could see that for sure. Yeah, because yeah, to me that early stuff, man, that's the best stuff for me anyway. That really early on stuff is great. Yeah, I agree. Bon Scott's fantastic. Okay, on to some silly questions. You ready? All right.
Okay.
All right, man. Put your thinking cap on.
Not what I asked, because what I asked him earlier was completely sensible.
Well, what the part about somebody else's skin? I mean,
Skin
first we
and
started off with
socks.
black and white sock. Yeah, skin and socks. I'm waiting for
An XRP stable.
Who other person's socks do you want to wear? I'm waiting for that question to show up. It's like, no.
I mean, whilst we're there, Alan,
Yeah.
whose socks would you like to?
Yeah, right. Now let's
Will it be on the dead person as I take them or not?
on
I
this
mean,
kit.
Maze as well. Let's just go there. Why not?
Why not?
You have to prize them.
Why did you skin the person? I wanted their socks.
I wanted those socks badly, but those socks were great, man. Now see,
Definitely want white socks. Anyway, sorry, Craig, to interject. Carry on with
your
brilliant questions.
I had some really great, intelligent questions, and you throw in the. I know, but I'll try to.
People, write more questions. Stupid as hell, because we go in that way.
Okay, Alan, here we go. King Kong or Godzilla?
God.
Yes, I love this guy. You're all right, Alan. Yes. Yeah. All right. When you go to the grocery store, when you go to the market, do you want your bags to be paper or plastic?
Because we've got money that we need to spend, it's a 30 for a bag now in Scotland. I've got of 30p, 30 pence. I reuse my plastics. I have plastic bags and I do reuse them. There's not a lot of stores in Scotland that use paper.
Really? I didn't know that.
Pretty much. Marks and Spencer's will do that. Yeah, there's not many paper bags over there. What I would say is currently in Scotland, it costs more for the bag than the Freddo that you would put in that bag if you bought a Freddo. That's a bad problem. That's a bad, terrible, terrible problem.
Okay. Are
you really need a bag to buy Freddo? Not really. I mean, I was as a kid.
Because my next question was,
I was as a kid.
Are you as a kid? Because I was going to ask you, are you a DC guy or a Marvel guy when it comes to comics?
I never really got much into comics when I was young. I used to read 2000 AD and that kind.
There you go.
I never really got.
Yeah, that's good stuff. Okay,
Marvel.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah.
I see Alan as a straight Beano and dandy man, to be honest, and I'd respect you for it.
You're Wally in the, you've got the club.
Good man, good man. That's what I like there.
Okay, next question. So, as a guy here living in the States right now, what do I know about Scotland? I got to ask you about kilts. Do you wear them? Are you a big kilt fan? Yes or no?
Kilt. I have a kilt. I wear it occasionally.
Okay.
Going to weddings and shit, I'll sometimes put a kilt on. But a kilt which my wife got me for my Christmas last year is just black. It has got through it, but it's black.
Ooh.
It's very
cool. That sounds cool. Do you wear black socks? You wear black socks with that then?
Well, I normally wear black boots, and sometimes white socks would probably go well with that. Actually, yeah.
See, all right, I am redeemed, man.
Not sports, obviously.
Not sports socks. Shit.
I need to rewind here because I'm pretty sure like kilts and Alan's day job probably don't go too well together.
Yeah, riding a bike? No.
Yeah, generally not on the motorbike. No.
I mean,
drafty.
you've trained you've trained a lot of people. Has anyone ever just rocked up in a kilt and you thought, "Oh, dear"?
Oh shit.
No.
No.
Oh,
No.
thank you.
I mean,
well done, Scotland. You're so
I mean, you
much
see some of the younger guys that you train, and you'll see them out on their wee bikes and their scooters and that, got shorts and that. Did you listen to nothing I told you? I've never seen anybody in a kilt. No. No, definitely no.
Are there leather kilts? Is there a leather kilt for bikes?
I think I do remember Axl Rose wearing a kilt at one. Which one? But I remember seeing a video of Axl Rose with a leather one.
He would, wouldn't he? He would.
Well, if he didn't, Rob Halford probably did. You know. All right, I'm still going. What's your favorite frozen pizza?
Pepperoni.
Pepperoni. Yeah.
Cool.
Cool.
Pepperoni.
I can see that. All right. This
might
might
see that. You look like a pepperoni pizza guy.
Yeah, pepperoni guy. Yeah.
Yeah.
What's your favorite Disney movie? How's that?
Disney movie.
What's your favorite Disney movie, man? Where's a curveball for you, brother?
What, like the Toon type Disney?
Anything, man. It could be live action. It could be animation.
I mean, Disney much nowadays. You're like, what is Disney? You
They
know, I mean, so much. I want to say, you know what? I'm not a big fan of watching TV or movies, to be honest.
Okay, that's cool.
The TV's very rarely on, so
that's fair.
Yeah, to watch. Really. Yeah.
All right.
I love movies, but I'm not a TV fan.
Yeah, I know. I don't really watch TV. I watch YouTube more than anything else. I don't really watch much TV at all. What's your favorite video game?
Pac-Man. He's got to be Pac-Man or something like that.
I know this is going to get to. I'm not much of a video game guy. I used to enjoy playing things like being the wife could play Spyro and that. You know, simple little games like that. Although when I was younger, I do remember I used to play in Command on the computer. That was
good man.
Yeah, good answer. Yep.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, that's the last of my silly questions I've got, guys. So we want to go.
I think a couple of things popped up in the chat box. I was a bit worried to start with because I read half a sentence and got distracted, and I just thought REKKR stripped would be awesome. Meaning unplugged.
I would.
There goes the White Sox again.
That I think that's actually from Edenbank there. I either wants to strip you or unplug you. I don't know. But is it on the cards? Could we have a little acoustic set from REKKR?
That'd be cool.
So I tried to persuade Steve to do an acoustic version of I Can't Wait. And he did bring in his acoustic guitar because he does own one acoustic guitar. Well, it's an electric acoustic, but it's an acoustic.
Right.
But I can't remember. We've got it. Maybe on the cards yet. Maybe on the cards yet.
I think it would be good to. The great thing about, I mean, I always encourage any band to do an acoustic version of a few of their songs, only because it makes it really easy to get you on a situation like this and playing live, which we always love a little bit of a live play. So, you know, once you got a little acoustic set down live on XRP radio to the masses,
yeah,
good little thing. So definitely do that. It make you get 3 or 4 songs down. We'll have you on in a heartbeat. I did say we were going to talk about.
Just laughing at Ashley right there.
Let's not talk about stripped. No stripping. Yeah.
Welcome to XRP Radio, Ashley.
Yep. The rules don't apply.
It's as weird as you think it is. It really is. But talking about Ashley or Edenbank, I guess, in the weirdest, most tenuous of links here on XRP, we asked you to pick out a few of your favorite tracks from here before we play your latest secrety hidden track. I thought we'd play some non-record to start with. And you picked some absolute bangers. I mean, one of the tracks is a personal favorite of mine, and another one of the tracks is very new to XRP Radio, but also slowly becoming a personal favorite of mine. What I would say is I've got them all queued in any order that you want. You picked 3, I believe, the other day. Firstly, do you remember what they were? Oh, that's excellent.
I do. I'm just trying.
That's a good start. You don't have to give me all 3 right now, but give me one of them. There we go. Okay. Edenbank.
Go with Edenbank first. Go with, since Ashley is here in the Edenbank.
Ashley, definitely. Thank you for joining us. So, I mean, other than the fact that you obviously know the members of Edenbank, I mean, we're not going to deny you that, but. What are the other? I mean, big them up. You're about to stroke the ego of someone that you obviously know. What's good about Edenbank? I mean, yeah.
Wow.
Edenbank. What's good about Edenbank?
Use that.
To be honest, it is actually only Ashley personally, but they're just a lovely sound, and Ashley has just got a voice. She's always had a great. She was in a band before called Vanishing, and again, I don't know if Ashley's actually got any tracks she could upload to you. She should, because some of the tracks were fantastic as well. And the main thing is just Ashley's voice. It's just a main voice. So yeah, I think everyone should turn it up and listen to this.
Here we go. But this is found from Edenbank, and may I say to Ashley and Edenbank. We want more. We only have this one. Can we have more, please? Yeah. More, please. Here we go. This is a stunner of a track. I think it's been picked up by every single DJ on XRP. I'm pretty sure Cass has played it. Juniper's played it. I've played it. We've played it. Bogman's played it. DUI's played it.
Yep.
Booms has played every single DJ has played this track.
Yeah, it's really good. It's just like it says, really good. They were put on Radio 1. The guy in Scotland's had them on a couple of times.
Yeah, I think I've been following the social media. I think I saw that.
Yeah, it's absolutely gorgeous. You guys should do a collab with her, Alan.
That would be cool.
Yeah, I mean that would be amazing. You never know. You never know. I know. Might do something.
Yeah.
I know, because some of her songs, especially with her last band, were a little beat. Still a lovely voice, but a little bit more upbeat.
Right. Yeah.
Those, I don't know what the name. What's the instrument? It's like piano and a flute.
A mellotron. One of.
No, instrument? Are you thinking like a hurdy-gurdy?
Oh, why can't I find it? I've got one. Yes. Hey, what are these?
Oh, a melodica?
Yes. That is its go-to instrument that she plays as well. Very cool. Very good on it. She's very good on it. That's it. Yeah.
This is. I mean, this used to belong to my late grandmother, and I would say it was white. That is just tobacco. That coloring is, and I love it because like they're hard as fuck to get things like this now. but I
Oh,
hate
I know.
playing it because it's like sucking on my dead grandmother's mouth. This is sick, I know, but there's no other way to say it. It's horrible to play. It's just, it's like I can smell her house and the amount of cigarettes she used to smoke.
I'll guarantee that sound is on a synthesizer somewhere, Tiz.
I know, but it's not real. It's not.
I
this,
know.
is it?
I know.
I've got this in my hands, and I'm probably never going to use it or put it on a track, but I own one, so that's good. Yeah, big up the Melodica crew.
Yeah, there you go.
I'm not bad at it, but I'm not going to play it now because I need a breath mint before and after.
I get that.
Hey. Yeah. Do you have an old school Hana one? Is what I want to ask for. Ask Ashley. I mean, are you old school? Or do you have a fancy new one? This one just so happens to be for sale.
It is now.
I can tell you it's red.
It's red.
Oh,
It's red.
that's good.
That's what I like.
Oh, we know that much. Oh man.
Color have a little melodica every now and then.
Yeah.
Craig, don't say yeah like you've melodica'd in your life.
Never.
Never.
I've never played a wind instrument in my life. Everything's been strings or keys.
I always wanted to be a wind instrument player, but every instrument I ever went to play, like I couldn't get the mouth placement right. Always wanted to play saxophone, can't play a reeded instrument. But I'll play the fuck out of a penny whistle.
Do you now?
Oh yeah.
All right.
I'll play an Irish jig on a penny whistle like you won't believe. Promise you that one. Here we go.
All right.
Found from Edenbank here on XRP Radio. Admittedly, absolute sublime piece of music from start to finish. I love that kind of triplet played acoustic guitar that just kind of drones throughout the whole thing. It's absolutely lovely. You've got a Hunter one as well. Oh, Ashley might be my new second favorite.
Yeah,
person
okay.
in the world.
Yeah, Hunter melodica. Yep.
It might be my new favorite, second favorite person in the world because obviously there's another person that's my first favorite. We'll deal with that. We got two more tracks that are going to be new. Well, no, sorry, I'm saying all of the wrong words all at once. Couple more tracks that are Alan's picks of their favorite. I've just got to go back to Edenbank's just popped in the chat box. At a gig, someone called it a blower phone, and now that's what
I love that, man.
I'm down for it.
I love that.
100%. Yeah, melodicas and now blower phones. Love it. Love it. So we've got a couple of tracks that you've picked out. Some of them a little bit. One of them a lot more aggressive than the one that we've just heard. But what would your choice be next?
Well, I should build up to that more aggressive one.
I like
so on the way. Yeah, I would. I would. The next one should be John and Granda.
Okay.
Which
I like the fact. I love the fact.
Very surprised. Yeah.
Sorry, carry on.
I was going to say it's like I get it's the voice, the girl, the singer. She has an amazing, so powerful. And you're just like knocked me off. But not what I expected. I looked at a photograph of the band, and I expected a fuller figure because the power that the slender little girl. She's belted out like like an opera singer. And you're like, oh.
Yeah. It's what? Sorry, when I interrupted you there, I just wanted to. I love living in Scotland. I love the fact that I moved to Scotland, and I love just some of the refusals. The track is called Grandad. It's by Don't Tell John, and it took me ages to find it because our database is very finicky. Because obviously, being Scottish, they refuse to acknowledge the last D in that word. Even when it's Granda. I can't even do the Scottish. I can't say it correctly. But this is Don't Tell John, Grandad. This has got so much attitude to it. So much attitude. But no. That note is longer than you realize as well.
That's quite an opening statement, actually.
I can't even imagine having the breath to do that.
No. That's like singing from your toes, man. I would imagine, like at a live gig, this girl does not need a microphone.
Yeah, she's got a whole lot of power and a whole lot of attitude, and it just works.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you said, I honestly, when I saw the picture, I was blown away. Because I thought, that thought she'd come out of that. There's no way she's put that. Yeah.
Right.
It looks like she must have like an air canister behind her, just tapped into her lungs like some kind of fucked up colostomy bag. What is wrong with my mind?
Just today? Shit, man.
Is there anything different from a usual Craig Tizz show here?
No, there is not. This is. Look at man. I've known Tizz for years, right? Since like 2014. There's nothing different today. This is the same.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I am pretty. My mind goes in directions that I don't expect it to go on, and then my brain catches up, and I realize I just compared a woman singing to an air canister attached like a fucked up colostomy bag.
Right. See, and that's part of my job as Tizz's sidekick, to sit back here and just shake my head and laugh. It's like, yeah, right. Yeah. That's my gig. This is what I do. You know.
I've been doing this for too long, Craig. When can I retire from XRP? Can someone tell me when I can retire?
Because if you did, who would take over, man?
You can have it.
I'm fucking 30 years older than you. What am I gonna do?
I'll sell it you for £1.
Nope. Sorry.
Okay.
I wear the wrong color socks to have it run our XRP.
Well done.
Sorry, man.
Well done.
Yeah, I'll go there.
Actually, weirdly enough, Alan, I might be over your ways next week. Knocking doors. If you get a weird, slightly chubby Chinese-looking brummie at your door, please buy milk off him next week.
You know, Tizz, I was thinking about that. You know, if we were doing another Zerpathon, you should say if you donate to XRP, we'll get you a free bottle of milk. There you go. There's an incentive.
The problem with the place that I work, Craig, is that our milk, it's fantastic milk.
Yes.
Fucking expensive. it's like premium milk. It's terrible.
It comes from real high quality cow.
Yeah,
apparently,
I'm not like these people must be like donating high level sums of money to be getting free milk off it.
Okay, we'll scratch that idea.
I had someone today. We were working in council estates. I had someone today turn around and say even with a 50% discount, they'd have to take out a mortgage. So let's put it that way.
For milk? Shit, I gotta sell my firstborn child so I can buy your milk.
Yeah.
You know one thing, after being in the chat box today with Edenbank, I really want to start a band now called Blow a Phone. It's a great band name, man. I'm gonna have to do that. Good evening. We're Blow a Phone. Yeah.
Oh, we've gone right off the edge of tangent in today, and my headphones have fell off as well.
Yep.
Oh dear.
That's okay. We got a half an hour left. You're doing good.
There we go.
You can hear a band called Blow phone and do it with Ashley. Get her to do a bit of blow up for you. There you go.
Yeah. There you go. That's a cool
There we
idea.
go.
All right.
Right, we've got two major tracks to play left for the evening. One is a selection from Alan of his favorite XRP tracks. One is a never before heard track in the world. Is it?
You never before heard of, apart from the boys in the band.
I mean, I kind of hope they'd have heard it before, because otherwise I'm kind of worried what I'm about to play. If I'm honest, this is a track. We all sat in separate rooms. We didn't listen to each other, and we just thought we'd see what turned up.
Ryan just still together.
Yeah, that was it. Oh,
but he produced it with a blindfold on like this.
Yeah, just moving the faders.
Right. Anyway, that's not really what really happened. What really is going to happen is you're about to have your ears ripped up with. I love how strongly the accent comes through in this piece of music. It is undeniable where these lads are from. But what did you pick, Alan?
I went for Hippies with Scrunch Up Fist, which was the very first single on XRP.
Ooh, that's what we like to hear.
But yeah, it's just a mental song. I just think it's brilliant.
Yeah, there's no other really way to describe it. It's just 100% in your face. Simple as fuck, aggressive as fuck, brilliant. This is Scrunched Up Fist from Posh Hippies. I think another track that, weirdly, the two tracks that have been picked up by a lot of DJs on XRP Radio couldn't be more bipolar opposite. And it's also awesome that you picked them both, Alan. Here we go. It's kind of weird because it doesn't start off as aggressive as it gets at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah, chat, is he? You know, it's stuff.
No, I did get the track. Hold on. There we go. Can you download this? There you are.
We're bringing wah-wah pedals back.
It's a weird wah, that is, though. It's kind of a chorus, isn't it?
Yeah, sort of. I tried a wah pedal once, like back in high school. I played it for 5 minutes, and I said no. I'm done.
It's an extra bit of rhythm that I wasn't ready for. I remember when I started playing drums a little bit. Same thing. I was like, I can do this bit, but legs aren't meant to move with me.
Do the feet. It's funny you say that. I can play like drum pads, you know, but the feet, I can't do the feet, man. I don't know how they do that.
Do you use many pedals? You don't even play guitar. Why do you even ask you? Have you ever thought about using vocal pedals?
He says he has one. He has the vocal
I've
box.
got a vocal. Yeah, I got a Boss VE22. But I say it was rehearsal. But yeah, it's amazing the sounds you can get from it, the reverb and distortion and stuff you do. It's pretty amazing.
That does harmonies too, doesn't it?
Yeah,
I think it does harmonies too, doesn't it?
So you can stick the keys in and you can get it doing harmonies and everything. Yep. So got it set up so tracks that we do. I've got it set up in the key that we do it, so when it comes to chorus, you just get a wee minute, as well as the guys in there as well.
There we go. Just the end of a conversation about a vocal box there. That was Dumb Posh Hippies with Scrunched Up Fist here on XRP Radio. It is an absolute stonker of a track. I think that's the right word for it as well. It stomps. It really, it makes you want to smash your feet off the floor. But yeah, we just had a little conversation in the background about a vocal box. I feel like I'm ignorant or old about these things. I don't know much about vocal boxes. When you said vocal box to start with, I thought about one of those things that, what's it, Pete Townsend used to stick in his mouth whilst he was playing.
That's a talk box.
That's talk box. That's what I was thinking of to start with.
Yeah, that's different.
That's where I was at. So is it like, you know, what's this, like a Line 6 pod kind of thing for vocals?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. What
kind of have all these funny noises? So can I.
Oh, right, sir. Bloody hell. I like that. So what kind of sounds have you been playing with for upcoming potential REKKR songs? What's the kind of weirdest and most wonderful thing that we might be hearing in the future?
Well, actually, we've got a song that we're calling REKKR. It's about a Norse warrior. Yeah, so a title track, which is going to be, from what we've done, I think it's a long track, and it's going to be a long one, because it's like what you were on about, Craig, with your sort of Dungeons and Dragons and kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But it's certainly going to be more of a bit of a story about a guy not protecting his and whatnot, and so
cool.
That could be a bit. So we're going to see how that goes. That'll be one of the next ones we do. Yeah,
that sounds great.
That's good, man.
I do love a good epic.
Talking about next ones though, and super secret next ones. So first and foremost, to Alan and all of REKKR, thank you very much for giving us a little sneaky exclusive. Literally one of my most favorite things on the planet ever to have. One of the things that we used to say a lot more about XRP Radio, but it was basically, you heard it here first, folks, and you literally are about to hear it here first. Not only first, but you can. XRP Radio are about to get you're going to be in like an exclusive group of people that are able to hear this. Oh, we lost Alan though. Oh, we got him back.
Yep, there he is.
There we go. He went and now he's back. It's all fine.
Yep, we're good.
We got you back. So we're super excited about this. Don't move a muscle, because you're going to hear something that nobody else is going to be able to hear for how long? Next month, is it, Alan, the release of this?
We're probably going to release this one. Yeah, I think so. That's the plan.
But you get to hear it just right now. So give us the lowdown. I haven't even. Nobody here has heard this before. Me and Craig are going to be blind listening to this as well. So everyone be very quiet when it plays. But yeah, tell us about it. How did it come about?
Yeah, this was when Stephen come in, as he usually does. Got this, guys. You're like, okay. Some work to it, Alan. So I had some lyrics about, and the basics of it is, it's kind of for me, Mrs. How when I met her, kind of changed me from the guy I was. I mean, the lyrics are maybe make my life a little bit more exciting than it was, but it's how I remember being a teenager. It's basically how I life in that. So that's kind of the basis of it. Yeah. It's a bit of a bumpier song. It's not a love song. by any means. It's a rocky kind of song. So quite a contrast from Too Late.
Oh, here we go. This is the super secret, first ever live play. You're not going to hear it for another month. Sorry, everybody. You should have stayed here. And if you are here, clever people. Hold on. REKKR. You don't need to hold on. We're gonna play it now. It's fine.
That's Too Late, isn't it?
Yep.
That's what you sent me as hold on. That, everybody, was the wrong song.
Wrong song. Chat for a moment while
I was thinking that sounds very, very familiar, and I really didn't want to say anything.
I just figured they like that chord progression so much they wanted to use it again. You know?
Yep. No, that's definitely
okay. Give me a minute.
Yes. Well, yeah, that's what I was going to say. You know, the video played without a problem. Everyone's been able to hear us. The sound hasn't backed out. The worst part of the whole show was the fact that I didn't know what buttons to get us back after the video. And there we go. We played the wrong song. Edenbank said the same thing, sitting here. So, right, this sounds so familiar. Do you know what? When that started playing, I suddenly started looking through all of the REKKR files that I have on my computer, just in case that they'd accidentally submitted it before. I'm like, oh shit, have we played this by accident? We shouldn't have played it. Who's fucked up? Which one of the DJs has fucked up here? It was probably going to be me, but no, it's all Alan's fault.
Okay, give me a moment. I want this.
Yeah, I mean, you said the problem is we've probably got to wait 5 minutes for it to actually make its way from your outbox to my inbox as well. You know what? Whilst we're doing that, we'll play a different REKKR track, as this is a REKKR show. And I'm gonna go for my personal favorite of the tracks that you've made so far, and that may be surprising to everybody, but it's Shoot Shoot, and I'm going to play it right now.
Nice. Let's see if I can access it.
And now we've got exactly 3.5 minutes to fix everything.
I just want to check that this is. Okay, so I'm not taking the blame for this. I'm blaming Ryan.
I blame Ryan too.
Is the track that Ryan sent you labeled wrong?
Yeah.
Panic, everybody! Is Ryan awake?
we should have him on next week so we can yell at him. What are you thinking?
You know what? That could be an interesting, like, multiple part thing. Craig and Tizz interviews a whole band, but one member at a time.
That way they can talk dirt about the other guys in the band. Yeah, I like that. Yeah.
Let's see if I can find it. God.
I think there's something in that, actually. Oh God, Ryan! You know, I work with my one of my colleagues that I work pretty much partner with every day is called Ryan, and I say that so many times a day. God's sake, Ryan.
I have my new slogan: everything is better with blow-a-phone. Yep, that's how I live my life, guys.
I thought it was my.
I'm going to.
That's what blow-a-phone sounds like.
There you go.
And it's got a little tremolo button on the back. There you can go. Brilliant.
Now, if you put that through a Marshall, they could use that.
Tastes so bad. Tastes so bad. Tastes like 200 years worth of cigarettes.
Golly, bloody Ryan.
Bloody Ryan. God damn you, Ryan. You know, Ryan, if you ever watch this back, you're immortalized as the bane of this show. God damn you, Ryan.
No shit, huh? Curse you, Ryan.
I hope no one in your band's like insecure or anything at all.
Hold on.
Member of
Try.
Heavy Rock Band commit suicide overnight because he got the sun right
Yep.
on live radio.
There was no pressure. His lead singer was on the air live and played the wrong song. But
It's fine. It's okay. You've just been hyping up this secret track for a whole week, but it's all right.
Nothing lost.
I have sent you, but what I've got is a slightly unfinished one, so it's a bit.
Okay.
But it is the song before the final minute.
Oh shit! So it's even more exclusive, really.
In that case, it's
Even
it's on the right channel.
Yeah,
it'll fit right in.
Well, we can introduce this with "This Can Only Get Better," which is a thing.
That's a good way to look at it.
Here we go. That was Shoot Shoot from REKKR, my personal favorite from them. I just think it's got that solid. I like that dun 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 dun. I can't go wrong with it. It's a little bit of fun rhythmical stuff.
Yep.
So, I mean, this we're in this weird situation.
Had written. I joined them.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
What was it like to just? I mean, I know that. Sorry, forgot his name. Terrible memory. One of the other members does write a chunk of the lyrics as well. What's it like being just handed someone else's lyrics and going sing that? It seems to be really concerning.
Yeah. That one was actually called. It was about. In Chicago, Capone used to drink in. Was it the Green Mill? That's what it was about.
Okay.
And then again, Green Mill didn't work as a chorus, so Steve shoot seemed to just fit very well.
Okay.
But yeah, and Runaway were the two songs that they kind of had all the lyrics. Kind of just moved them about a lot to suit me. It was not much work to do here to learn how to sing it. But yeah, it was quite interesting. But I must have more enjoyed ones that we together. You know, again, he's got he's got a vast amount of tracks that he's things in his head. Remember, I've got to record everything I've heard to anything, but his head. But yeah, he's forever coming up with new stuff like that. You know, so but yeah, it was quite a couple of things that were there that we could just get into, and yeah, they kind of worked okay for vocals, so it was good.
Yeah, cool.
That's good to hear.
Did that come across to you? Is it?
I'm literally just. If you're wondering why I look distracted, I'm just hitting the refresh button rapid. Refresh.
I've put him on the spot. I've put him on the spot. Ryan's put him on the spot. Not me. Ryan's put him on the spot.
Ryan, god damn you, Ryan. You know you're immortalized as the worst person in the world right now, Ryan. God damn you, Ryan. Oh God. Your second name isn't McQuillan, is it? Because if it was,
different guy.
I'm good. So basically, what's happening here? Sorry, listeners, that it's a little bit disjointed right now. So the track that we had from REKKR just so happened to be a track that we actually already had from REKKR, just under a different name, but not the correct name for it. I know that makes little sense already, but Alan's managed to save us with a slightly older master of the same song that we should have played that wasn't the song that we did play, and then we played Shoot Shoot. Is this confusing enough for you already? And now I'm waiting for that song, which is a previous master of the song that we should have played. And And that's why I'm hitting refresh on my inbox at the moment, because we're just waiting for it to come through, because this is kind of the pinnacle of the whole show. This is like the peak moment that was meant to happen just right now. And we're just waiting for it to happen. And we weren't prepared. We weren't prepared for Ryan to fuck us.
I think if the song doesn't come across to you, Tizz, I think Alan should just have to sing it for us a cappella.
Ooh.
Right on.
Ooh.
Not a problem.
And this would be Ryan's fault. I know. Well done. Well done. So the email has come through.
Yay!
And it's also so there's so much fun in the email that you've sent me. I don't know if you've realized this, but first, the subject of the email is now "Hold on again," which
Hold on again.
tickled
That's
me
the
far
sequel.
too much.
That's the B-side.
The actual file name of this is like the most Scottish labeling of music that I've ever seen. It's Hood on. I can't even say it in Scottish. HUDOAN is how they've spelled it.
Hold on.
There we go. Hold
That's
on.
like Slade.
Hold on. Almost. With chorus box. Love it. Absolutely love it. Right, this I'm not going to get you to introduce the whole thing again, because that would be rude.
It's a very raw version.
Well, you heard it here first, folks, and I mentioned this in the break, but this is the first time in a while that we've been able to say this track can only get better. So you heard it here first. Here we go. To be released next month, in theory, if you don't point out all the flaws in it today. REKKR, hold on. Okay. Edenbank saying that this should be the actual name for the track. It may be a little bit rawer, but you sound a lot more comfortable in this than, not saying that your other stuff was uncomfortable, but you sound like you've settled a little bit more with this one.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm realizing that this one hasn't got any verse or chorus here.
Great chorus.
Yes.
It's a great chorus.
Wonderful. I was going to say you've gone for the long instrumental between sections here.
Oh, man.
No, just real. Yeah. God damn it. Oh, it was right. I will we'll have words with Ryan and we will get that to you for next week's show. They'll bloody strangle him.
I think
yes.
if you do that, I think you need to try and get Ryan on for the show, so he can apologise to all. Tell him we expect a formal apology live on next week's show.
We'll do that. We'll do that. I'll get Ryan on. Yeah.
Perfect. That's what I like to hear. Yeah, we'll set 10-20 minutes aside to get you on and berate Ryan for a few minutes. Ah, dear. That's just so funny. Yeah, there's no first lyrics here. It's fine. Maybe that's why you sounded so confident, because you knew you didn't have to sing the verses yet. Right, so 9 minutes to the end of the show.
Yep.
We'll do kind of a quick wrap up. Thank you for listening. It's been good to see you, etc., etc. Then, to be honest, I thought we'd be finished already. To be fair, so we'll just chuck on the Rock to finish, or do you have a preference?
Yeah, go for the Rock. Yeah, the Rock. Yeah, good one.
So yeah, we'll kind of wrap everything up, say goodbye, see you later, play the Rock, and that will just be the end of the show. Here we go. REKKR, hold on here on XRP Radio. A lot of love in the chat box at the moment. Sounds great, though. Some people are kind of excited about the mystery that you've left them with no verses there. We've decided that we hopefully he's game for it, because Ryan's going to get it in next week's show. Alan said he's gonna give us a fully versed version, which is very kind of you, to play in next week's show. And I hope you all come back next week to berate the fuck out of Ryan. God damn you, Ryan! It's been great entertaining you all for the evening. Alan, it's been fantastic having you on. Craig, it's been fantastic forcing you to ask questions.
Thank you.
It's always good. It's always good. We will, in theory, have Alan and Ryan back next week for at least 20 minutes of the show. We'll be back, of course, next week as well, same time, same place. Yep. We are going to be doing a tag show this weekend as well. It will be all new submissions. I can assure you that all of the new submissions queued for this Saturday's tag show will have verses as well, so that's going to be good. God damn you, Ryan! But we always ask our guests to say the same thing at the end of an interview, and it's basically your own soapbox. You have literally 60 seconds, Alan, to say whatever you want, from "Hello, Mother" to "Free Palestine." I don't give a shit. What are you going to say for 60 seconds? Go.
Free Palestine, but yeah, no. I'm thankful for everybody for hanging on and listening. I do apologise not getting the whole song on, but yeah, it's got you all. You're all coming back next week now, aren't you? Back here next week to hear the actual pod on. Yep. And we're going to finish off with the Rock, which is again another song. And it's just about going on stage. Anybody that's ever played on stage, it's that kind of feeling you get, and that's what it's all about. So thanks everybody for tuning in, and see you next week.
That's what we like to hear. Thank you, Alan, so much for joining us. It's been an absolute pleasure. Thanks for being brand new first here on XRP Radio as well. First interview for the Craig Tizz show, first video, almost first secret hidden track. almost, and definitely the first time that I've said "damn you, Ryan" quite so many times. This is the Rock from REKKR. See you later, everybody.
Bye.
There we go. Excellent. Great. Thank you so much for coming on and being an absolutely perfect sport, even with the weird questions as well.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you so much for being here, man.
Really enjoyed it, and do apologise for hold on. I will. If I'd actually sort of done shit beforehand, I would have known it in the morning, got it sorted.
Maybe next week you want to send us a version that's all verses and no chorus.
Just vocals, nothing
else.
As stupid as it sounds, though, stupid little things like that are actually brilliant, especially in the independent world. People will remember that, and they will come back next week and listen to the right show, and we'll have it'll be something that people will say, "Oh, I was listening to XRP Radio on Wednesday night, and the band forgot to send in the right music. It was brilliant." oh, but we're going to listen to it. You know, weirdly, that stuff is actually more beneficial because people are used to things going wrong, not just with XRP. We do have a habit of it, but that's not the point. Independent stuff, people like it because it's a little bit more real and realistic. So, I mean, everyone was laughing there. It went down well. I've had a few text messages going, that was really funny. So, you know, it's good.
Well, that's, it'll just hit the damn you Ryan t-shirts made up there.
Yeah, really.
Well, Alan, if I don't usually say this beforehand, but when I have someone on that's been a great sport as well, I would say any future tracks that you have that you want to do, like a release party, even if it's just kind of a 10-20 minute thing, you come on, chat about a new track, we play it, then you go off. Any tag show, or I'm pretty sure Craig would agree, any Craig and Tizz show, you know, if you let us know a couple of weeks in advance, we'll get you on and we'll do a little release party for anything that you got coming up.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Spot on. That's great, guys.
Yep.
Thank you very much. Like you say, I'll have a word with Ryan, see if I can make them available for next week.
He has to be. You know what? If you don't, right, you're gonna have to give me his phone number because I will phone him. I will phone him live on the show.
Yeah, he's not kidding, man.
And if he doesn't pick up, I will live on the show leave him the best voicemail he has ever received.
Yep.
I'm already planning it. To be fair, I have got so many brilliant ideas for talking to Ryan. Ryan isn't ready. I hope he's not watching right now and I hope he doesn't see this to put him off because Ryan's gonna get it.
Ryan is definitely
good man. That's what we like to hear. Right then. So we're just waiting for this track to play out. I'm still not used to how to deal with guests in our new video stream. But I do understand it's late because it's late for you as it is for me, and I'm looking to go to bed straight after this show. Yeah, it's been great having you on, man.
yeah,
if
sure.
you send us that full version of the track nice and early so I can listen to it.
I will.
Make sure
I will get that sorted this week and get that. And yeah, we'll get Ryan for it on next week. But great, very much.
Cool.
Nice
all right, man.
Nice one. Well,
Thanks so
I will
much for
catch you
being
later, buddy. I need to make you go away now so I can press all the other buttons. Go on. No, see you later, buddy. Have a good rest of your day. Yeah.
See you, Alan.
See you later.
All right.
And now we will try and finish our stream. And that is it for the visual side of the Craig and Tizz show. Have a lovely rest of your evening.
See ya.